welcome. Thanks for joining us. Spring training baseball coming your way. It's the Pittsburgh Pirates and the Toronto Blue Jays. First pitch coming at you right after the break. All right, just about ready for baseball and towing the slab, Chris Bassett.
It's always interesting to see how he utilizes all of his pitches and how many of those he has a good feel for on that given day. When he's right, he's really able to keep hitters guessing, and all of his stuff seems to be coming out of the same arm slot, the same tunnel, and that can make life very difficult on his opponents.
The wide to kick the pitch. Brian Hayes at the plate and takes high there. And a pitch.
Hey. 1-1.
And a count 1-2. And the right-hander deals. That misses. Now 2-2.
It's a good take.
2-2.
Swing, and that ball smashed on a line. Varsho hauls it in, and there's one away. Here's the Pirates lineup now. The challenge for him today, Singy, elevating the baseball against this sinker baller that's on the mound.
Yeah, that's the challenge, but it also might affect the way they approach base running in this one, Boog. You get a runner on first, you anticipate trajectory down, and when the ball's in the dirt with a good secondary lead, you break for second. So whether it's a stolen base or not, you stay out of the double play, get that runner in a scoring position, and that can help you put more runs on the board.
BID, ball in dirt. Ryan Reynolds, the next to hit, takes ball one. And now 2-0.
Well, he's so great about hitting the ball the other way. He gets those arms extended. So right there, just trying to straighten him up a little bit so he doesn't have as much outside plate coverage.
He swings and fouls one off. And the 2-2. Good job to fight that one off. Righty to the plate. Keeps the at-bat going with a foul ball. 2-2 now. Stays alive. Right side. Tosses to first. Third out. End of a half inning of play. And now the Blue Jays will get their initial shot. No score. Back here at the ballpark and towing the slab in this one, Rich Hill. What do you have on him, Siggy?
Anytime you have 5 pitches to work with on the mound, that repertoire can be a real weapon in terms of keeping hitters off balance, man. It's one of those things that I'm going to be looking for in this one. Does he have a feel for all of those pitches, or is he just able to get 1 or 2 over in the strike zone where he wants? Now, it's tough to do to be able to command all those pitches, but if he can, he is going to be very tough for the opponent today.
And that's down, a base hit. So a man on base to start the inning.
Didn't take long to get a result for that at bat. Pretty much a model swing on that one as he ripped it into the opposite field gap. And I'm sure he's going to be watching that one back on video because that's the kind of swing you want to bottle. So many positives that led to that knock. And now they've got some speed on first. So we'll see if they try to get him into motion.
Merrifield on the move. It's a pitch out. Throw to second. Tag. out at second.
Well, these guys were right on top of it. They guessed right on the first pitch out. Tells me they had some good data or scouting report. Maybe it's just a feeling, but either way, perfect execution, great throw and tag, and they erased that runner at first.
Nice grab, McCutcheon able to make that play. 2 down. Let's take a look at the lineup for the Blue Jays. We could be in for a power showcase today with the wind blowing out, a lot of lift and separate, Chris.
Well, we know guys are in this era definitely trying to hit the ball in the air regardless of the conditions, but I think even a little more so there's margin for error if you can get the ball up in the air. So, you'll see at times, I'm sure, with 2 strikes, what looks like a half swing that can get out of the ballpark with a guy who's got decent pop.
Next one is off the plate. 1-1. That one out to right. Reynolds makes the play, and it's out number 3. Through an inning, no score here on the show. New inning getting started. Now, O'Neal Cruz.
O'Neal Cruz.
Bassett back to work. Called strike right there. Bassett, a former All-Star. He features a sinker, a four-seamer, a cutter, a curve, and he works in a slider.
Pretty good pitch there to take a rip at. He wants to get his arms extended. He likes the ball away from him a little bit, just not able to square it up.
In the air, left field, down the line. Pulls it in on the run. 1 down.
That is it. The left fielder, Jack Sawinski.
And now here's a speed threat. Outfielder Jack Sawinski. Pretty amazing athlete this guy is. Power and speed, quite a threat. I mean, you're talking about someone that could steal you a bag and go deep. Bo Jackson, anyone? And that's a base hit. So they get a man aboard with a 1-out single.
Went up there looking to be aggressive and got something he could handle. First pitch fastball in a great spot to do some damage, and he squared it up nicely. And now let's see if they force some action with good wheels on the bases.
And now it's Andrew McCutcheon. That's in there. That's strike 1.
When you have a real athletic player and who's able to do the baseball mechanical things really well, look out, because the sky's the limit on that potential.
The pitch. And ball 1. Next offering is fouled back. And the pitch. And a foul ball. He stays alive. No score here in the second. And there's a ball.
He wanted that fastball high and tight, looking for a strikeout, just didn't locate it very well.
The 2-2 now. In the dirt, kicks away from the catcher. Sawinski into scoring position on the wild pitch, and there goes the double play possibility.
Well, that right there erases the chance at the inning-ending double play. So good job on the bases to move up on the wild pitch. Changes the outlook of the inning in a pretty big way.
Sawinski leads off second with 1 gone in the inning. On the ground, and it goes just foul.
Well, the best way to shake off yesterday's struggles is to get on the board early. They've got a guy in scoring position. They've got to find a way here to get him in.
3-2. Payoff pitch. And that's ball 4.
Well, he took his chance at getting him to chase right there, but with first base open, walk not a bad thing. He set up a double play opportunity if he can induce a ground ball.
First and second, 1 out. And now the hitter, Ji-Man Choi. There's the strike. Fought off foul. Swing and a miss. Struck him out. He swung over top of the curveball.
Got away with that curveball, no doubt about it. It passed right through the heart of the strike zone, and he just couldn't get the bat on it. When you strike out on one like that, that's when you start having conversations with yourself, and they're not usually very friendly.
Here's the second baseman, Mark Mathias. And first offering is fouled off. First and second, 2 down. The 0-2. Good eye in that spot.
Really good take, especially with 2 strikes.
Line drive, base hit. Around third. Fires to the plate. There's the tag. They get him. And that's the inning.
Bang, bang play at the plate right there. Outfielder needed no help. An absolutely perfect throw to get him. Right on the money. Excellent tag by the catcher. And the inning ends on an awesome play.
Welcome back. Vladimir Guerrero Jr. now.
If you don't get ahead in the count, you can forget about having any success against him.
And a pitch. Just off the inside edge. Lifted in the air, right field. Reynolds makes the grab, 1 away.
The center fielder, Kevin Kiermaier.
Here's Kevin Kiermaier.
Pretty amazing, going way back. Possibly the best center fielder I've ever seen.
In there, and it's 0-1. Now he breaks his bat. And there are 2 outs.
Batting 6, the right fielder, Joe.
And the batter is George Springer. This is another guy capable of hitting tape measure home runs. First offering misses the mark.
This lineup's going to have to find a way to make him work a little harder out there on the mound. I mean, he is just mowing them down. He's settling in. You got to make him uncomfortable. Maybe step out of the box, call timeout, do whatever it takes.
And that one hammered. That's back there. And that one is out of here. He leaves the yard to right, and they grab the lead. It's 1-0. Chris, he's homered in back-to-back games now.
Yep, seeing the ball well, and he's got his timing locked in. He's looking pretty dangerous at the dish right now. When you're lacking velocity, it's so critical that you move the ball around, change speeds, even try to trick the hitter at times. But when you give up a home run right there, manager doesn't have a lot of patience because the velocity's not there to overcome and get the swing and miss.
And now it's Dalton Varsho. And that drops in for a strike. Two outs. Short hop liner handled it short in plenty of time to first, and that ends the inning. Jays open it up with a solo homer. It's now a 1-0 ball game. And welcome back. All set for the start of the inning. And now the catcher comes up to him, Henry Davis. Davis getting the start at catcher, 23 years old, a former first-round pick in 2021. Pitches in there. Strike one.
Man, I mean, nice job just presenting it to be better than it actually was.
Here comes a pitch. That just misses. And the count even 1-1. And here it comes. Swings and misses. It's a ball and 2 strikes. Got him looking. That's a strikeout.
Wow, that's a tough call for the hitter, but the pitcher will take that all day long. Not quite in the strike zone, but he found a spot that the umpire is going to, at least for now, allow him to get that call. So hitters are going to have to make an adjustment, but pitchers are going to learn from those things and really try to exploit them if they can.
Now batting Key Brian Hayes. Tapper back to the mound. Throw off line. He's safe. And a nice job there to keep it from getting away. Here's Miguel Andujar. He's 0 for 1. Andujar in his 4th year, batting second in today's lineup, and he was born in the Dominican Republic. And a strike. Out towards left center. Kiermaier trying to get there. Snags it on the run. And there's 2 down.
The right fielder, number 10, Brian Reynolds.
Brian Reynolds here. Grounded out his first time. Here comes the pitch. Runner breaks for second. That's in for a strike. Throw, save. That's a stolen base.
Well, that steal right there is wanting to take advantage of having a really good hitter at the plate. Now they've got a much better shot at bringing home a 2-out RBI.
The 0-1. Awkward swing there from the big left-handed hitter.
Off balance as well.
Gets a piece, and it stays 0-2. Good eye right there.
Definitely got the hitter conscious of the pitch inside. Really think the outer half is open.
Hayes at second with 2 down. Fights it off. You'll see another. Next one is off the plate, and it's 2-2.
This guy's a fun guy to watch taking at bat. He just battles up there. He doesn't take a pitch off at all. Makes it so difficult on the pitchers out there. You can.
That's strike 3 and the 3rd out. So we take a break.
A lot of adrenaline. We can see it right there. And sometimes you just got to let it out. That's an outstanding job of taking that, executing, and getting out of a tough inning.
Back here at the ballpark, here's the catcher, Alejandro Kirk.
The catcher.
Hill, 43 years young, and he was drafted in the 4th round back in 2002. First pitch doesn't find the zone. That one back up the middle, and it gets through.
Just kept it simple. Played pepper with the middle of the infield and took it back where it came from, and there's just no one there to knock it down.
Now it's Jansen to hit. He's a catcher by trade, but the DH here in this one. First pitch just misses. Swings through that. Left field. Sawinski under it. And puts the squeeze on that. And there's one down.
Just pulled off of it a little bit right there. That front shoulder coming open instead of staying closed. If he does that, he's going to be able to go up the middle the other way with some authority instead of a fly out to left.
Whit Merrifield up to the plate. 1 for 1. He led off the bottom of the 1st with a single. This one popped up. Hayes sizes this one up. Brings it in with a nice running grab. That's out number 2.
The batter, number 11. Shortstop.
Bo Bichette up to the dish. He's 0 for 1. This guy makes great contact. One of the best in the game at putting bat on ball.
He's got such quick hands, and he's gaining pitch recognition. That keeps him square to the plate. There's a good chance that his bat stays in the zone a long time, and that produces solid contact consistently.
First offering, and it just misses. Out to center. McCutchen has it sized up. And he makes the catch. That is the inning. One left for Toronto. They lead it 1-0. Welcome back, and now on the mound to start the 4th, Trevor Richards.
These are the spots relievers really make a name for themselves, late and close. There's not much margin for error, but at the same time, there's a reason they're put in these situations.
Here's O'Neill Cruz. 0 for 1 so far. The pitch. And that's in for a strike. And he deals. And strike 2. 0-2 now. That's inside.
Too close for me, partner, to take that 0-2 fastball, but for whatever reasons, he let it go by. He's still in the at-bat. I don't think he'll let the next one go.
Swings and misses, struck him out.
Tell you what, those are the types of guys pitchers really like to punch out when they're on the mound, because if they get on, just the distraction that they create with all that speed over on the base paths, it could take away your focus from the next hitter, and that's the last thing you want to do is serve up a pitch that a guy hits over the fence, and it's a multi-run home run.
And now Jack Sawinski. First pitch, and that's in for a strike. And that one missing low.
Well, he missed badly with that 0-2 fastball. Hitter has to understand, probably wants to try to put him away with that pitch, so got to stay ready for it.
Fights that one away, still 1-2. Left-hand batter waits, gets a piece, and stays alive. Eighth pitch of the at-bat coming up. Out towards right center. That's well struck. And that one is gone. With one swing, he quiets the crowd, and it ties it up. It's 1-1.
Just an excellent swing all the way around, and it had that sound coming off the bat that gets everyone's attention. Got a pitch to drive, short to the baseball, squared it up, and the backspin carried it out of here.
Base is empty, one away. Here's Andrew McCutchen to hit. In the air, out towards right center. Springer makes the grab, and there's two gone.
It's a good recovery, though, after giving up the home run. Not allowing it to stay in the head, but going to work at the next hitter, and a tough one at that.
Ji-Man Choi, the next Pirate to hit. He struck out swinging at his first at-bat. And that one just misses. A ball and no strikes. Two down, nobody on. Off the mark there, and it's 2-1. And that's a strike. At the belt and fires. And that just misses.
Recognize that changeup right out of the hand. Just spit on it.
Good plate appearance there. Able to take the walk.
Boog, do you think you could draw a walk in the bigs if we gave you enough at bats?
Oh, that's a good question. I think that if they gave the pitcher a full scouting report on me, yes, I think I could draw a walk. Mathias in the box now. No balls and a strike. That one fouled off. And the 0-2. Swings and misses. Good job at damage control right there. One in the inning for the Pirates on this solo homer. All even now at 1-1. They hand the ball over to a new arm, Johan Oviedo.
Still pretty early in the ball game, so this bullpen has some work ahead of them. Best case scenario might be if he can come in here and get several quick outs, kind of bridge the gap that starter left for him.
3, 4, 5 due up for the home team. At the plate, Matt Chapman flied out his first time. The wind of the pitch. The bit behind with that swing. It's strike one.
Wow. Good luck catching up to that one.
Swing and a miss. And it's 0-2.
No, that's that slurve right there. He threw it extremely well. You talk about just a ton of breaks. So tough to get that barrel to.
Got him swinging. Had him way out front of the slurve.
Well, that at bat seemed to be over as soon as it started. 3-pitch strikeout. You've got to be better at the plate right there, at least to foul something off, extend that at bat.
Here's Vladimir Guerrero Jr. 0 for 1. He flied out to right in his first trip. That's in there. That's strike one. Vlad swings, drives one deep left field. Sawinski going back some more. Pulls it in on the warning track.
Wow, that one almost got out of here. I know the wind's blowing out to left, but man, that almost pushed it over the fence. I bet guys are trying to get the ball up in the air and hit it that direction. I know I would be.
Takes a look at a called strike. Kicks and deals. And he hits a ground ball right side and foul ball. The 0-2. High fly ball out into left center field. McCutchen after it. No trouble here. Puts it away for the out. And that is that. Down in order go the Blue Jays. Score remains deadlocked at 1. Now to the bullpen for the Jays, Eric Swanson.
Number 50, Eric Swanson.
And here's the catcher, Henry Davis. Went down on strikes his first time through. The pitch. Just missed.
You know, these Pirates need to bring up the quality of their at-bats and specifically their swings. Just one extra base hit for them, so they haven't exactly been hitting the ball gap to gap or out of the park. That makes it really difficult to generate runs.
Swing and a high fly ball in the air left field. On the warning track and hauls it in.
The back, number 13, shortstop,
Yeah, it's a really nice catch right there near the wall, and you have to use everything available to you. Know when your feet leave the grass and hit the warning track. Also, when you're able to, use the bare hand to feel for exactly how close you are. And right there, perfect use of his instruments.
Next to hit, Ke'Bryan Hayes. Swing and a ball lifted left field. Pulls it in for the out.
Hey, man, 4 pitches, 2 outs. That is an excellent pace.
Pirates. The third baseman, Miguel Andujar.
Andujar, the batter now, as he swings and misses for strike one. Swing and a miss. 0-2.
He has a tendency to chase out of the zone, and that slider that's down, that's one of his money pitches.
Sets him down on strikes. Fastball to letters froze him for strike three. Down in order go the Pirates. Score remains tied 1-1. They bring a young arm out of the bullpen in this spot, number 75. This guy can bring it velocity-wise.
Now pitching for Pittsburgh, number 75, Luis Ortiz.
Here's George Springer. He's already homered here in this one.
The right fielder, Joe Springer.
The pitch. Good eye right there. Activity in Pittsburgh's bullpen. Caleb Smith getting ready to go. And it's 1-1.
1 ball, 1 strike.
The 1-1 is fouled off. This one blasted deep to left, way out of here. Home run. His second home run of the game, and it gives him the lead in the fifth. It's 2-1.
For a pitcher, the odds are in your favor if you keep that breaking ball down. That time, he got punished for it. Hitter just did a really good job of staying within himself and getting the barrel to the baseball.
Dalton Varsho next up for the Blue Jays. 0-1.
Always exciting to see a leadoff home run in an inning. Kind of gets the offense fired up, and you start to expect a big inning.
Righty delivers. That misses the zone, and it's a ball and a strike. There's a swing and a drive. Way back there. And it's a one-hopper off the wall. Should be extra bases. And he's got a double.
2 consecutive base hits for these guys here. Nice job going the opposite way with it, letting the ball travel and not allowing the barrel to hook around the ball. It's so frustrating when you see a good pitch and your hands roll over. It was on the outside part of the plate, and he approached it perfectly.
Alejandro Kirk next up for the Blue Jays. First pitch, and he just misses. Kicks and fires. High fly ball out towards left field. That one back there. Gone. That'll fire up the dugout, and they add to the lead. It's 4-1.
That one was a hanger, and pitchers typically don't get away with making a mistake like that. And right there, he made him pay.
Pirates with a new arm on the mound, Caleb Smith. He's into the game with the bases empty.
Ladies and gentlemen, your attention please. Now pitching for Pittsburgh, number 83, Caleb Smith.
Danny Jansen to hit here. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. That misses the zone, and it's 1-0.
Ball one, no strike.
The wind of the pitch.
Ball two.
Swing and a ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
Four hits in a row, and they're really swinging it here. Really nice job staying up the middle with his approach. He didn't try to do too much with the pitch, just shot it through the infield.
Back to the top of the lineup, Whit Merrifield, the next to hit. Liner snagged at first. Race to the bag, but he's safe. Good job to avoid the double play.
The shortstop.
Bo Bichette gets a chance to hit.
If you're trying to keep the line moving, this is the guy you want at the plate. Such a good hitter. Can also flash some power.
On the ground to the left. One at second. Drops it, but they're saying it was on the transfer. Here's Matt Chapman.
Struck out on just 3 pitches last time.
It's interesting he plays kind of a power spot defensively, but runs pretty well. So when you're looking at that position, you're not expecting someone that has maybe above average speed, but he does.
And I think that skill set really upgrades the position, because when you have that kind of speed, it makes the whole team that much better.
Here's the 0-1. And that's through there for a strike. What about him playing another position on defense, one that would require a little more range?
Absolutely, and I think if push came to shove where they had to make a move.
Swing and a miss, struck him out. Couldn't catch up to the heater. But the long ball was working in this inning. Not once, but twice. It's now a 4-1 ball game. New pitcher now for the Jays, Tim Mesa.
Still a lot of game left, and this game could go either way. So this is a big opportunity for him to get some important outs and try to help carry this lead into the later innings.
At the plate for Pittsburgh, Ryan Reynolds. Outfield playing very deep, not wanting anything over their heads. And a pitch. Off the plate inside, and that is ball one. That one lifted to left. Varsho on the move. Makes the grab on the run. And there's one down.
Good pitch. He just kind of had him out in front on that pitch away and wasn't able to stay closed.
Here's a speed threat. O'Neal Cruz. And a ground ball to first. A flip to the pitcher covering. 2 quick outs to open the top of the 6th.
Now batting, the left fielder, Jack Sawinski.
Jack Sawinski now at the plate. He's already homered in this game. You talk about the power and the speed together.
Well, we knew he was going to be a stud just coming up, making his way through the minor leagues, and quickly at this level, an impact player.
Pitching has been pretty dominant in this one, but you got to be careful, not working with too big a lead. They could get right back in this ball game if you're not careful.
Knocks it down.
Now
Really good swing right there. You got a pitch that he knew he could handle,
allowed himself to stay back just a tad bit longer, and he hit the ball on the screws.
Andrew McCutchen getting ready to hit. And that's in there for strike one. McCutchen goes 5 feet 11 inches, over 1,000 runs batted in his career. Can't forget to mention he's a former MVP. The pitch. Base hit. They stop the lead runner at second. Now 2 on with 2 outs. And now the first baseman, Ji-Man Choi. And he grounds one to the right side. He takes it himself to the bag, and that'll do it. 2 left on. To the bottom of the 6th we go. 4, 5, 6 coming up. It's the Blue Jays 4 and the Pirates 1. On the mound now for the Pirates, number 70.
Pretty tight game, so they're looking for quality pitches out of him right here. Got to do his best to keep the score right where it is.
And here's the first baseman, Vladimir Guerrero Jr.
Almost drove one out of here last time up. Flied out to the warning track.
The pitch. And that one is inside. Activity in the bullpen. Cody Bolton appears to be getting ready. And I'm sure he's feeling some nerves. This would be his major league debut. And the 1-0. He swings and hits a fly ball center field. McCutchen has it sized up. Makes the grab, and there's one down.
Up next to the Blue Jays, the center fielder.
Here's Kiermaier now. Outfield playing pretty shallow. Kiermaier, a multi-Gold Glove Award winner, 32 years old. He joined the team as a free agent. Way high.
Count 1-0.
One down, base is empty. And that gets the inside corner for a strike. To the right side, Matthias. On to first. And a couple of quick outs.
The right fielder, number 4, Joe Springer.
And it'll be George Springer to step to the plate. And the way he's going in this one, we've been waiting for his spot to come around again.
All right, listen, everyone. Stop what you're doing right now. This guy's got 2 home runs already. Now he's going for number 3.
Ball 1 there.
Way to lay off that fastball up right there. You're looking for something you see well that you can handle, but you also have to keep the discipline so that you're not popping up pitches that are just a little too high.
And the righty deals. Swing and a miss. Ugly swing right there.
They just threw that fastball by him, elevated, and if you're not looking up in that location, very difficult to catch up to, especially with that velocity.
Reynolds gets under it. He's got it, and that'll end the inning. Blue Jays go down in order as they hold on to a 4-1 lead. Welcome back. We're in the 7th. We have a new pitcher on the mound, Yimi Garcia.
Number 93, Yimi.
Now it's the second baseman, Mark Mathias. 1 for 2. The Pirates in striking distance, but have some work to do.
Boog, it starts with the leadoff man. Need a good at-bat out of him right here.
And here it comes. Now a check swing, but he held up. That one the other way. And George makes the grab. 1 up, 1 down.
The batter, the catcher,
Henry Davis digs in now. In there for strike 1. And the right-hander deals. That's off the mark. It's a ball and 2 strikes.
The only adjustment he needs to make is his target. If you aim at the outside corner, that slider's going to end up way off the plate. Perhaps look a little more down the middle, and you get it right where you want it.
And a pitch. And a pop-up. Right side, foul territory. Puts the squeeze on it, and there are 2 down.
the bat, number 13, shortstop.
So now a pinch hitter, Connor Joe, looking for a 2-out spark with the bases empty.
Number 2, Connor Joe.
That one's in there, 0-1. And the pitch. Check swing, went around. And the count is 0-2. Wouldn't chase that time. Up the middle, and that chance handled. Tosses to first. That ends the frame. Bucks go down quietly, and they trail it 4-1. Cody Bolton on the pitch here. He has a great slider with tons of movement.
Cody Bolton.
Now into the game, Chris Owens. He's in at shortstop.
Number 38.
Dalton Varsho now at the plate.
Really good piece of hitting last time going to the opposite field.
The pitch. On the ground, right side. Tosses to the pitcher, covering the bag. 1 up, 1 down.
Now batting, catcher, Alejandro.
And that is in for a strike. It's 0-1.
Some guys are just more confident if they can track that first pitch out of the hand of the pitcher. They don't care if they fall behind 0-1.
Here comes the 0-1. Swing and a miss as he was out front that time. Oh, 0-2 now. ground ball left side, and it finds its way through for a hit. So a man aboard now with one away.
Well, he found himself behind in the count right there, but he didn't give in. Didn't make quality contact on the ground ball to the pull side, but sometimes it's just a matter of finding the hole in the defense.
Danny Jansen next up for the Blue Jays. That misses off the outside edge. The 1-0. Swing and a miss.
1-1.
Kirk at first, one gone. That one ripped right center field. That's back. And out of here. So he goes the opposite way with that one, and they add on. It's 6-1. That's their 4th home run of the game.
They can't stop, and they won't stop hitting home runs in this one, Boog. They're clearly feeding off of each other at the dish. That's an impressive swing of the bat to go over the wall to the opposite field gap. And, you know, there are a lot of guys that just don't have the pop to do that, and probably just as many who don't have the approach either. He let that ball travel, and he got great extension on the follow-through to drive it out of here.
Here's the second baseman, Whit Merrifield. Popped in the air, left field, pulls up, and that's in there for a knock.
That's now 3 hits in a row for the offense on that pitch on the outside, but he was still able to square it up pretty nicely, and that takes quick, strong wrist to pull that off.
And now the shortstop, Bo Bichette. Popped up, and that'll fall for a base hit. They get it in quickly, so first and second, now one out.
Up next to the Blue Jays.
Pirates with a new arm on the mound, Yohan Ramirez.
I think it's got to be a little tough coming in out of the pen when your guys are trailing so big on the scoreboard. Just doesn't have the same intensity to it, but he's got to find a way because these batters count the same for his stats, obviously, regardless of the score.
2 on with 1 out. Matt Chapman up to the plate now.
3-pitch strikeout last time up. Got to put up more of a fight in this one.
And first offering is fouled off.
Heart of the order coming through now, and with 1 home run already in this inning, they're definitely looking to do some more damage.
The 0-1. Chapman gets a piece there. Next offering is fouled back. Here's the 0-2. Spoils the 2-strike pitch, and he'll see another. 1 out. Runners at first and second. Swing and a miss, and he is down on strikes for the 3rd straight at bat.
3rd time he struck out in this one, and definitely an individual performance you want to flush. He just hasn't looked very comfortable up there. Just one of those days. But when you're still winning the ball game, at least you can focus on doing your part to maintain that lead and getting that W.
Now this is in the air down the line. Squeezes it. And that is the 3rd out of the inning. But 2 come across to score in the inning, courtesy of this 2-run homer. And this is now a 6-1 ball game. So they turn to their closer, Jordan Romano.
And we all know about his slider. It's just filthy, man. And one of the better ones in the game, I'd say. Spin rate's very high, and it just breaks a ton.
Back now as it'll be a pinch hitter to lead off. Kanan Smith and Jigba. The pitch. And first offering is fouled off. Righty to the plate. Foul ball. The 0-2. Swing and a miss. The velocity blasted it right past him. Looks like it'll be a pinch hitter. Ji-Hwan Bae. One out. The base is empty for him. Foul back our way, and that's out of play. Oh, and 1 now. Swing and a miss as he chases that one darting out of the zone. Right-handed reliever. The punch out there. Back-to-back strikeouts.
Oh, man, just locked him up with that slider, even though it caught a lot of the zone. And I think that tells you all you need to know about what he was looking for in the box, and it clearly was not that pitch.
In there, and it's 0-1. Okay, so Jordan Romano, a guy who never used cologne until a teammate gave him a bottle in 2021. He's been using it for games ever since. He rotates 3 colognes. Number 1, feeling good. Number 2, feeling dangerous. Number 3, let's snap a losing streak.
Sounds like he's got all the bases covered with that.
Base knock center field. And that extends the inning.
Back against the wall with 2 strikes, but found a way. He got that front foot down, and pitch recognition was on point. Pretty impressive for an 0-2 count.
Derek Shelton bringing a bat off the bench now. Josh Palacios. The runner on first with 2 gone for him. That one finds the zone. That's strike 1. Right-hander kicks, deals. Strike 2.
And at bat like this is almost over as it begins. In this situation, you have no idea what the next pitch is going to be. You just got to hope that you can make contact.
That's inside. Now 1-2.
Definitely a swing and miss slider down and in. He finished that really well. Just couldn't get him to offer at it.
The 1-2. And that's a little bit high. Gonzalez leads off first with 2 down to the inning. Popped in the air, left side. Makes the grab, and that's the inning. So 1 left for Pittsburgh. They trail it 6-1. Staying in the game on defense, Ji-Hwan Bae. He'll be the new right fielder after entering as a pinch hitter. Also into the ball game, Josh Palacios. He'll be out in left field.
Number 54.
Also entering the game, Austin Hedges. He's the new third baseman.
Number 18, Austin.
Kevin Kiermaier getting ready to hit.
For Toronto, the center fielder, Kevin Kiermaier.
Ramirez back to work. And that one's off. And he's down 0-2 as he swings through it. Ground ball up the middle. That's a base hit.
Good job of just putting the ball in play with 2 strikes.
Once you get the ball by the pitcher, there's a lot of base hits up the middle, even on ground balls. So a nice job to use that big hole and get himself a hit.
Now it's the right fielder, George Springer. Runner on the go. Pitch is low. And that's a stolen base, not even close.
Clearly not content with the lead they're working with right now, and I like that. I don't think you can get comfortable with a 5-run lead in today's game, and now they've got a good chance of adding on.
And he deals. That's to third. Oh, look at the stop. To first. On the money. Nice play.
Oh, the ball will find you. You come into the game and better be ready, because it's like the ball knows where's the new blood. But really nice play. That could have easily been botched.
And the batter now, Dalton Varsho. 1 for 3. And that one is lifted in the air. Palacios trots over to his left. Makes the grab on the run. And there's 2 down.
Now batting, the catcher, Alejandro.
And now the catcher comes up to hit. Alejandro Kirk.
And this is a big opportunity for him to pick up his teammate right here.
Lifted in the air, right center field. Bay sizing this one up, tracks it down for the out. And that is that. Blue Jays held in check. They still lead it, though, 6-1. Zach Pop taking over on the mound.
And you know, bullpen guys can struggle sometimes when they're called upon with big leads, because it just doesn't have the same intensity as a tight game. So we'll see how sharp he is. Your mental toughness matters in situations like this as well.
Now a pinch hitter coming on for the Pirates, Rodolfo Castro. And a pitch. Swing and a high fly ball left field. Varsho moving under it. 1 away.
Now batting, the first baseman.
So digging in, Ji-Man Choi. Pop in his second season, 26 years old, and they went out and made a trade for him last season. And he swings and misses at the initial offering. And it's fouled away. At the belt and fires. In the air, right side. Springer on the move. And there's 2 away.
Maybe caught that one off the end just a little bit. Couldn't quite barrel it up enough to really drive it.
Now it's the second baseman, Mark Mathias. Bounced up the middle. And it finds its way through for a hit. And that keeps the inning alive. Man at first. And here is Henry Davis. First pitch doesn't find the zone. Righty delivers. And a foul ball. Matthias off of first with 2 away. Next offering is down low. 2-1.
1 strike.
2 outs. In the air, right field. And that is the ball game.
These guys had the long ball working for them today. 4 home runs had a lot to do with them coming out on top.
6-1 is your final here today. For Chris Singleton and our entire outstanding crew here at MLB The Show, I'm John Shambi. We'll see you soon.
Fans our final line score this afternoon. First for the